Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel Shades. Today I am going to talk to you about a certain general misconception in respect of the Suzuki Grand Vitara second generation vehicle and its four-wheel drive system. Now I have heard many people complain that the four-wheel drive system in the second generation Suzuki Vitara will give issues or will fail at a certain point of time, and thereafter it will stop working, and most people tend to say that thereafter the vehicle and its value will go down. But actually this is a certain misconception, because if one understands the working mechanism of the Grand Vitara and the four-wheel drive system, it's a simple mechanism which could be fixed very easily. Now some mechanics I have seen removing the entire drive shaft of the four-wheel drive front differential and saying that people should be using the Vitara without the four-wheel drive system. But that is actually because those mechanics do not know as to where they should rectify the error and where this error occurs. So today I will be explaining to you how it is. Now this is the inside of the second generation Suzuki Grand Vitara, and I'll be showing to you where the four-wheel drive levers are. Now of course this is the normal gear lever where you can shift between the first to fifth gears and the reverse gear, and thereafter you see the four-wheel drive gear lever, which has a super select four-wheel drive system. That is, it has 4 low position, neutral, 4 high and the 2 high position, and the transfer case description is also given in the sticker that has been fixed by the manufacturer. Now the Suzuki Vitara is very versatile in this aspect, because unlike the mid-size SUVs that came during that era, this vehicle has a super select four-wheel drive system. So if one needs higher torque, one could always shift to this four-wheel drive low position and get a higher torque. Now this is very important if you are really stuck in sand or mud, and unlike the other mid-size SUVs where the toggling between the two-wheel and the four-wheel drive is basically by way of only a toggle switch, the Suzuki Vitara has a super select four-wheel drive system which is almost equivalent to the full sized SUVs and the Jeeps, which also has the same super select system. Before explaining the mechanism of this four-wheel drive system, I will show you as to what happens when I switch the gear lever of the four-wheel drive system. I will first switch the ignition to on position, and now I am going to press the clutch, and I have put the four-wheel drive into the 4 high position. Now you can see that the four-wheel drive light has come on. So when this four-wheel drive light has come on, that means the entire four-wheel drive system is working flawlessly and there will be no hitches in this four-wheel drive system. Now sometimes of course one might see in the Suzuki Grand Vitara this four-wheel drive light keeps on blinking. If this happens, that means there is a problem with the diaphragm in the hub. I will explain that to you later. Now I will show you what happens when I select the 2 high position. Now you can see I have selected the 2 high position, and then it's in the two-wheel drive system and the four-wheel drive light goes off, which means the vehicle has switched back to the two-wheel drive position. Now the pressure pump in this Suzuki Grand Vitara second generation is actually situated right behind this buffer. Now if one sees this license plate here, and if you draw a line from this position and you look underneath, the pressure pump is situated right underneath this buffer, and thereafter it's only a matter of checking the pressure pump and the electrical lines. Now I'll be showing you underneath the vehicle. Now this is of course having a McPherson strut suspension system on either side, and therefore the comfort of this vehicle is achieved by this multi-link suspension system. Now of course the vacuum lines which come from the pressure pump will go to the 2 hubs from here and of course from this point, and once the pressure pump
is on, there will be a small pressure that goes to the hubs and the diaphragms, and they will lock the hubs in place.
Yes, now I am of course underneath the vehicle. As you can see, this is the pressure pump, and these are the two vacuum lines which will be going to the two on either side of the differentials, and these are the electrical lines. Now of course, if there is any problem with this pressure pump, you can easily remove the pressure pump, take it out and see what the problem is. Now you don't have to worry too much about the pressure pump, because there is a metal casing around this pressure pump, and it is always protected by that metal casing. Now most mechanics who do not know where this pressure pump is and who do not know where the electrical lines are going will when somebody takes a vehicle, they will say that there is no way of getting the four-wheel drive system working, and so they will remove the drive shaft. But I strongly recommend, before you go to a mechanic, you can easily do this at home. You can check the electrical line once you switch the four-wheel drive gear lever system. If current is passing through the electrical line, then the next thing you have to check is only the pressure pump. So if the pressure pump is not working, you can remove the pressure pump and service the pressure pump. That also can be done at home, or else you can replace the pressure pump. The replacement part is not that very expensive, and it could be easily bought or purchased from eBay or any spare parts shop where the Suzuki items or Suzuki spare parts are sold. So I hope this video was useful, and if you find it useful, please comment below and give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.